We're back, folks. The, yep, the magic of internet, television, whatever you want to call it. That's Leroy. I'm Michael. This is the We Trying channel, Nerded by Nature Productions.
Yippee-ki-yay,
Yippee.
motherfuckers.
Yeah. And you are catching us live to tape here because if you're seeing this now, maybe we're in the middle of some board games and party games. Is that what's
Who
going to
knows
happen?
what we're doing? It's Saturday. It's my wife's birthday. I got to do something for her. So
Oh, okay.
um, she will be, who knows? She
Great
ain't gonna see
start.
this. Yep.
Great start. Yeah.
Uh, so we're taping this. We're 2025, not New Year's resolution is to be better. As we ask other people to be better, we're going to be better. So we're going to try to get up at least a press play once a week. Something.
I mean, let's just say content. Let's not label what it'll be.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do something. We're
Yeah.
we're, we're trying. We
hmm
try.
Yeah.
So,
There we go.
so in the sense of let's be better and to be happy because there's a lot of stuff going on right now that probably gets you sad, gets you down. We want to be that safe space for you, so you can come here and say, "Hey, what are these two Negroes talking about?
hmm
What are you excited about, movie and television wise?" And I pitched this question to Michael, and Michael doesn't know it, but we're going to go 5 minutes on each topic. So I have a timer because it's not for Michael, really. It's for me.
Yeah. We
Um,
people know. I know it ain't for me.
you don't know that. Um,
Okay.
we're going to keep it. So each time we do, so we're going to television and movies. I'll let Michael pick which one we start with. But we wanted to talk about 2025. What are you excited about? What are you going to the movie theater to see? What show are you excited to watch? And the reason why I brought up show is what are you going to spend your hard-earned money for on a streaming service to watch?
Mhm.
Because here's the thing. I got a show that pissed me off when the trailer came out because I was like, shit, I got to keep that one. And
That's hilarious. I love it.
yeah, so it's one of the, so let's talk about it. What movie is going to get you in the theaters to sit you down to be around people to see? So Michael, kick it off. What are we going? Movies or television first? And you go first
I
because you
guess
had
we
some
can
interesting picks.
do
'Cause I have some
move.
questions for you. Why you
We
pick
can
these
we can
things?
do
And
movies.
all right,
Yeah.
you going movies? Which one
Yeah.
you going with?
So the first one I'll do, and I'm trying to queue up stuff a little bit here.
Yeah, because we're trying to do trailers with these. Now a lot of them don't have trailers, so you'll just have to look at these handsome debonair. What's the word that was last year? The word
I don't know what word they're
demure.
trying to use.
Yeah,
Demure.
demure. Um,
Huh. Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah. All right. So the first one we'll do. Chrome tab. Let's do window. Entire screen. Chrome tab. There we go. Okay. Is as soon as I get this working right.
so
There we go.
I don't know if
Thunderbolts.
you've noticed, we're two old black dudes, and we don't know how technology works. So, what
Thunderbolts.
is Thunder? Oh, interesting. So,
Yeah.
all right, the clock starts. You guys see that? Wait, hold on.
You're doing way
Now,
too much because nobody's gonna know when the thing is whatever, but that's
I'm
fine.
just, I'll know.
Okay,
I'm
you'll know.
honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my
What do you want to
question:
ask me? Yeah.
why this? Like, set us up.
So I think there's no secret that we both like the Marvel universe. We both enjoyed the MCU.
Hmm.
I think as it has gone on, you have not lost as much interest as I have, or at least you've been a bigger champion. I think first phase four going forward than me. I don't
Hmm.
hate it, but I'm kind of like, it's whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
understand.
And I feel like maybe Marvel is trying to find its stride again. And the fact that, okay, with Deadpool and Wolverine, we just had one movie last year. Kind of give us a little bit of reset. Let's not show everything all the time. We're getting back to three movies this year with Captain America 4, Thunderbolts, and is there a third movie? There's a third movie. I just don't know what it is. Oh, Fantastic
No-
Four.
I wasn't gonna tell you, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fantastic Four. And for me, I'm excited for this because I feel like all the characters are kind of one offs, and you're like, can they carry a movie? we don't have to worry about them carrying it themselves because it's going to be an ensemble piece. I feel
Okay.
like you're kind of going to get a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy. You may get a little James Gunn Suicide Squad type of feel, and I think this will be a litmus test to see. Okay, we they that first litmus test was the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Like, oh, they can make anything a superhero or a star, but they can't do it with a talking raccoon in a tree. They did it. People loved it.
Hmm.
Um, and granted, these are human people, right? These are humans, so you're more likely to resonate with who they are. But for the most part, people don't really care about all of these people. I
So
think the
are
diehard fans do, but I think casual people, like they may know Winter Soldier, they may know Yelena. People may not remember Ghost. People may not remember. You probably
John
don't
Walker
remember. Yeah, you may not remember John Walker. You may not remember Taskmaster.
or Contessa?
Yeah, I forgot she was in it already.
So here's my question,
Hmm.
because this goes back to my original thought. When you're saying people don't care about this, is this going back to that idea of these are more grounded superheroes? This is more of the spy pocket of the MCU, and it is harder to pull that off versus your fantastic elements of like the Guardians, Thor, Iron Man. So if they can do this again, like they did with Captain America and Winter Soldier,
Sure,
this lends credence to the Marvel's back.
I think so, and I
Okay,
think to be fair, people could say Marvel was back with Deadpool and Wolverine. It did well at the box office.
it did
Uh,
well at the box office. Did
yeah, so I mean, people could say that. I mean, I don't know that it's and not that it's the same thing, but I mean, it felt different than the other MCU movies because I mean, it definitely was a Fox property, and they figured out how to make it in the MCU. But to me, this is like, okay, this is Kevin Feige doing his thing. Let's see, or him being the overlord of all this stuff. I like
Mhm.
the idea of what this could mean going forward in terms of what is this touch, what does it branch out to, and
uh,
just the idea of what the group camaraderie is going to be.
okay, um, okay. Uh, why this one instead of
The other
Captain
two coming
America?
out this year,
No, Captain America. Is it because you hate black people? Um, I'm just asking.
I'll sit here in silence for the rest of this thing
I mean,
and not care.
I can talk for an hour. I've
Yeah,
done it
that's
before,
fine.
but
So you're
I'm
going to
just
go over your 5 minute time limit. That's fine. No, Captain America is okay for me. I am more curious about this because what are we doing with these villains? Because Thunderbolts is such.
okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are they villains?
Um,
I only
was
asked
U.S. agent?
because
U.S. agent did straight up murk some people that was captured on social media.
here's the thing. But U.S. agent. So I'm Ghost was the villain in Ant Man and the Wasp. Was the villain, but wasn't the. And then you have Yelena.
These people have all done some bad things.
Wasn't necessary, and we hear that in the trailer. But are they villains or are
Well,
they
we'll find out.
anti-heroes? And so I think that's a very good question. Can you turn these people into heroes who
Mhm.
are killers? Oh,
Okay.
we're at 5 minutes. Can you hear that? Okay. Uh, so so that was Michael's pick. Thunderbolts comes out when?
Oh man, do we need to know all these
May?
dates?
Kicks off. No, I'm just saying because it kicks off the summer. Because Thunderbolts to me kicks off the
May 2nd,
summer.
2025. Mhm.
Yeah, I think this is the first movie that kicks off the summer block that sets the tone for the
Okay.
summer movies, the tent poles. Um, I like you. I am very much
Mhm.
excited about this, but I didn't pick it. And so, just a little behind the scenes, when I asked Michael this topic, he texted me what his picks were. And then I texted him what my picks were, and he said, "Did you pick any of these? Because then I can change." And I didn't. But I was interested why he picked this one over Captain America. Brave New World. Now, I didn't pick Captain America Brave New World for different reasons. I didn't pick it because if you've watched this channel, you already know that like that's a given. That's an easy I'm not going to work, going to go see it, whatever I got to do to see that movie. Um, I've literally bought a Captain America shield. I bought Evan a Captain America shield. I've got Captain Sam Wilson. Anyway, so my pick is, and it's a dual pick because of two reasons. But my pick is, and I'm going to stick with superheroes. Timer started. I picked Superman and Fantastic Four. Kind of, I picked them both for the same reason Michael picked Thunderbolts. I've never tuned out of or given up on superhero movies on the DCEU or the MCU. I picked Fantastic Four and Superman. Superman because I think Superman is the hero we need right now. When you look at who Superman is, that's what we need. When I watched that trailer, that wasn't the trailer that I would have picked.
Mhm.
The cut, if you look at it like right here, that's literally taken from Dragon Ball. That whole imprint on the ground, he looks beat up. But I'm excited about this because I think James Gunn is a great writer and a great filmmaker. And I want to see what his take on Superman is. Now, I lead the Cavalites, um, one of their biggest supporters, but I am interested in this. I want to see how we tell the story of Superman in 2025. Uh, now, s- you see it, director of Guardians of the Galaxy. I want to skip to
Okay.
Fantastic Four. When you look at that cast, that is a stat cast. It's also an alternate universe Fantastic Four. And I think we are leaning into the multiverse, which opens up a whole new door of different characters, different versions of characters. And if you saw the last season of What If, that's something I would like to see more fantastic elements in some of these movies. I love the grounded Thunderbolts, but I want to see how does this first family
So,
work?
question for you:
Because
with
go ahead.
Superman, the we think the overall tone of it is going to be a more positive and upbeat one than the darker Snyderverse version, right? Is
Oh yeah,
does that jive with you?
I think I. Th- so here's the thing: as much as I love Man of Steel, and I am a big proponent of Man of Steel, love the movie. I understand that is not a version that people love, and they want to get back to the Christopher Reeve. And my version of Superman that I have in my head of what I want is the Bruce Timm, Dwayne McDuffie Superman adventures and the
Mhm.
comic version of Superman. That's what I want. And there's going to be darkness in this movie. You literally see something whipped
Mhm.
Superman's ass. So there's going to be something that like fells the Man of Steel, and we have to acknowledge that. And there's also a part of Superman that you have to acknowledge. He has this awesome power, but he chooses to use it sparingly at times when he could literally take over the world. And I think that's something we need to see. Now, you have the Fantastic Four. My question is, can Marvel pull off the first family? Can they
Or more
do this? Because
specifically, Marvel Studios pull out the
you,
first family because we've got some first family movies. Oh wow,
I
okay.
said what I said. Like, don't get me wrong. I love everybody in those movies. That was not. I don't think they were good movies. I just don't. I love Jessica Alba. I think Michael Chiklis is great. Chris Evans is a wonderful actor. Ian, I
Graffold,
forget how
I
you
don't
say
know.
his last name. Yeah, and I really don't like that he's turned heel and villain in recent movies. I really liked him as a leading man, but it just didn't happen. Anyway, I got 45 seconds. Uh, I'm really interested in seeing because I think Fantastic Four is the linchpin going forward, and I want to see how the first family works. And I cannot wait for this trailer. I think we're going to get this trailer in
Okay.
the Super Bowl. That's I think the trailer comes out for the Super Bowl. So that's my and I picked those two because I think and I didn't say this. Those two movies represent something that we have not had in recent memory that even Captain America does not bring hope. I think we need more hope, more positivity, more let's look toward we can be better. Boom, bitches. Suck it. Ah, look at that.
So in
Look at
your mind,
God.
you thought antagonizing the crowd
Killed
would
it.
be the way to get them to. Okay, cool.
No, I'm just saying I
Okay,
hit it in 5 minutes. Like literally 5 minutes. I was like, can I do it? Yes, I can. Can he kick it?
uh-huh.
Yes, he can.
Okay.
Yeah, that's yep. What you got next, man?
I
So
wanted to
one for
go
you,
with the
one for
little.
me.
Well, I mean, wasn't that two for you?
No, those are one movie. There's one pick because they represent one thing: hope. I hope
Um,
that these are good. I hope that these give us hope and that we can live to fight another day.
okay.
Yeah. You didn't see that
Yeah,
slash in
but
the
you didn't
text
follow
message I
your own
sent?
rules. But you generally don't follow your own rules, I guess.
No,
All right. Uh, let's
I followed it.
let's go with Mickey 17. What do you want to talk to me about?
Did you know about this movie till I told you?
When did you first tell me about this movie?
Because when I brought it up, you had no idea because it kicked off another movie off its date.
No.
Do you remember? Ah, okay.
Um. Okay. So you can go ahead and start timing me. That's fine. I'm just setting stuff up. But for me, I'm excited for it because let's see. Search this tab and stuff. Yeah, sure. This tab and stuff. Um. There we go. We'll do that.
Give people the premise.
This guy,
They may not know about it.
Robert Pattinson, the everyman who can do no wrong. Who, man, you remember when he was just the dude from Twilight, and people thought he's only going to be the Twilight guy. He's like,
Yeah.
nah, hold my beer. I can do so much more.
And I told you, I said, because remember I told you he's good at good what is it, good things, good times. I was like, go watch that movie. He is more. And you were like, yeah. And I was like,
I
yo,
don't
he
remember
is an
that.
actor.
I don't think I
And you
doubted you
doubted
about
me.
him.
Yes,
No, I think I doubted
you
you about
doubted
Henry
me.
Cavill. I don't think I talked about Robert Pattinson.
No, you doubted
Pixar
me.
didn't happen. Video didn't
Check the
happen.
tape.
Show it to me. But no. So this guy
But go ahead.
is essentially a test dummy, right? He kind of gets put
So
into yeah,
he's
and
an
they make
expendable.
different clothes. They
They
make
said
different
they
clones
showed
of
in the
him.
trailer.
I assume the one that we're going to be introduced to the most is the 17th version of him. It's Mickey 17. Oh, okay. We don't know.
So I no, I think what happens is we're going to meet 17, and 17 is the one that. So right here, you go ahead. I have my own theory about what's happening
I
in this
mean,
trailer.
yeah,
But go
I
ahead.
think we're going to get introduced. I think the main one will be the 17th version, probably. But this dude is fighting for rebellion, fighting to come back. Kind of reminds me of what was the Amazon thing that did the video game things?
What was the
Yeah,
Amazon thing that
Amazon
did the video
Prime. They
game
did
things?
something Secret Level, and one of them was
Secret
about
level?
the
Yeah.
robots that kept getting disbanded and dispatched, and one of them kind of rebelled and came back. I don't remember what clip it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but it kind of
I know
reminds
what
me of
you're
that.
talking about. But go ahead.
But I'm really excited for this. Well, for one, as we see all the people that are in it, Robert Pattinson, but you also have National Treasure Tony Collette. Tony
Mark
Collette's the best. Mark
Mark
Ruffalo.
Ruffalo.
I don't know the black actress.
Oh, did you skip over? Oh, girl,
I guess I did. Um,
Naomi Aki, and then you skipped over Stephen
yeah.
Yeun.
So what do I know Naomi Aki from?
Um,
Great. So we all
hold
skipped
on, let
over
me
her. Okay.
pull it up because
But for me, I'm
no, I didn't
excited
skip over.
because um,
She was Whitney Houston. She was also Jaina in Rise of Skywalker. She was they she was the one who we believe may be
Yeah,
Lando's
man, what a
daughter.
wild movie. Um, that thing. So
Wow.
let's just try a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff.
I really like her. I
Yeah, the
really like
reason
her.
why I'm
So
excited for it is because it's Bong Joon Ho and I Bong Joon Ho. Please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the name,
mhm.
but believe it or not, I actually like a bunch of his movies. I like The Host. Yeah, I like The Host. I
Really?
like Snowpiercer. I like Parasite. So I'm excited just to see what this guy can
Okay.
do. I mean, not to see
Okay.
more of what he can do. I like his style. Um, and I want to say, oh, who did The Good, the Bad, and the Weird? Was that him too?
No, I don't think so.
The
But
Good,
you
the
know what?
Bad, and
Let's
the
look it up.
Weird.
Continue talking.
No, that was
I don't think it
Kim
was
Ji
him.
Woon. Okay, Kim Ji Woon. That's another fun Korean movie. But I just think it's interesting. I like this idea of a director who is not American or U.S. nationality working with all these actors that generally don't speak his language. I think it kind of gives you a different canvas to play in almost and just be more creative and try different things and approach things differently. So I'm excited to see what he can do. And we kind of seen that again with stuff like Snowpiercer and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's
Okay.
gonna be weird.
I feel like, and I feel like you're just not giving me credit for introducing you
And
to
I
this
and I
film,
never
but that's
will.
just me.
Um,
You know what? Just hey, just like your spouse,
March
you
okay,
guys are
March 7th,
thieves.
2015. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are thieves. But
Hmm.
I respect it. Um, so I really enjoyed that. Uh,
I gotta see. Maybe I can find your thing on Twitter. The other one.
Now I'm gonna do the next one I'm gonna do is gonna be easy for you because you don't have to pull up a trailer. You can go ahead and get the other trailer ready because one of them doesn't have a trailer. I'm gonna do so. I'm excited for this one because I'm a fan of this film, the last one. I
Oh, you
own
like the last one, huh?
the.
I
I
like the
love the
soundtrack of the
last
last one.
one. So you mentioned soundtrack. Hold on, where is it?
Is there no Twitter handle for this? No, no, I'm not looking for a
There's no
trailer. I'm looking
trailer
for a
for it.
Twitter so I can pull it up like I did with
Oh, I
Fantastic
don't think
Four.
they have it up
That's
yet.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they have it up yet. So, okay, I can't find the actual Blu-ray or a 4K version of it that I know that I have. So, uh, so Tron. I am a fan of this series. I'm a fan of the movies. I plan to buy a light cycle one day.
When we're
Um,
much bigger,
by Cro-
when
huh?
we're bigger
What?
celebrities.
Oh no, yeah. I don't care if we get bigger or not.
Okay.
I'm getting one. Uh, yeah. So I love that Disney is going back to it. Um, Daft Punk did this soundtrack. I own the vinyl. I have it on digital. I don't know if I have a CD version of it, but I will get one. Um, I the aesthetic of the first one is weird. When you go back and look at it, you're like, oh, this is
Yeah, it's a
some of it
movie.
doesn't hold
What
up.
was it came
But
out in the 80s?
I just
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a
Uh,
movie of the times for sure.
it definitely is a movie of the times. This one, um, you got Evan Peters, Jodie Turner Smith, and the cult leader. You know him, you love him, Jared Leto.
You tolerate him.
We also got Greta Lee.
Okay.
I love him. I know a lot of you. I love Jared Leto. Gillian Anderson's in this, and Jeff Bridges is back. And I'm interested to see Hassan Minaj. Like, what are you in this film? But I like this cast is interesting. So supposedly a program from Tron comes into the real world. But again, I don't
What
know
is
how
this?
this is going to
Westworld?
shake out because so I love the first one. Now now I will say the first one, the second one. Now, do you know who directed the last Tron?
Not off the top of my head.
Ah, I'm gonna. It's I'm going to give you a clue. He has a movie coming out this year, and he is credited with somebody else for saving the
Richard
box
Linklater.
office. No,
Okay, cool.
Joseph
Oh, Top
Kosinski.
Gun Maverick guy? Okay, got it.
Yes. Yeah. So the reason why, like I said, I think this Tron Ares has the potential to introducing us to another Artur, and I do not know how to say this dude's name, and I'm not even going to try it. But you know what? Fuck it. Joachim R with the
That's
O
probably
and the
Joaquin.
slash in it. In
If I had to guess,
Joaquin. What did I say?
you said
Did I
Joaquin.
say Joachim?
Yeah, but who?
Joachim?
Maybe
Like
Joaquin. I
Noah?
don't know. It doesn't
Like the
matter.
basketball player? You know what? Either way, he's the director. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this film because I love the aesthetic of Tron. Nine Inch Nails is doing the soundtrack, so of course you know I'm buying that
Give me some
because
more Daft Punk, man. Give
it's
me some Daft Punk.
fucking Daft Punk disbanded.
I feel like I did hear that, and that hurts.
So I'm interested to see with the way
That's what
technology
I'm
is
excited
advancing.
about. I do as weird as the
See,
second
and
one
that
was. It was kind of cool to see with technology and stuff, like because we don't really know what this is. Like you said, there's no trailer. Is it? Is there going to be? Are we going to talk about AI at all in this or not? I don't know.
yes, AI is
Okay.
a very big part of this, and that's my question. So this is my question. So here it is. The tagline: A highly sophisticated program, Ares, is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission. So my question is, how much of Tron Ares lives in the real world and how much of it lives in the digital world? Like, how does this interface happen? And also, what happened to Garrett Helmut's character and um old girl who was the
Olivia Wilde.
program that was a lot? Yes. So many questions. I'm and keep in mind Disney has a ride,
Hmm.
a light cycle
Hmm.
ride. So they're not giving up on this franchise. And so I'm very interested to see where they go next. So this is, and I think part of the reason why I'm so interested in this because it's so under the radar. We don't know anything about it. There's been clips, pictures shown. Is Rensler still alive? Like
Hmm.
so many questions. So yeah, um, Tron Ares comes out in October. I want to say the 12th.
Let's see.
Hold on,
Tron Aries.
10th,
Okay.
October the 10th. Boom. So yeah,
All right. So is it for my last movie?
yep.
Um, I was kind of going back and forth on this actually because it could have been this. It could have been the Fast and Furious franchise.
I'm surprised you did not pick that
I don't
or
think we have. I don't think we have a date
Mission
for
Impossible.
Fast and Furious.
I thought it was coming out this year.
I
I thought
mean,
they
I
already
think they
shot it.
did, but I don't think they've given it a date. Fast and Furious.
Okay.
Oh well,
I was
Fast and
shocked
Furious
that
11. Let's see. No, it's initial release March 2026.
I would.
So
Oh, so it took you. So they okay.
yeah,
So they're still editing
or
that,
they're doing reshoots because they're like,
or maybe
let's
still
figure some
shooting.
stuff out. Yeah.
I was shocked that you didn't pick that, but I thought it was coming out this year, so that makes more sense. But I'm also shocked you didn't pick Mission Impossible 8 or
Did I not pick Mission Impossible 8?
um. No, you did not. Do you not remember what you
Let me go
picked?
back to my stuff.
You didn't pick Mission Impossible 8. You
Well, don't tell
picked.
me. I'm curious what I picked. Let's see.
Oh,
Yes, I did.
you
Yeah,
did pick Mission Impossible. Sorry, I no. You picked Dead Reckoning,
I
but
didn't
that's not
pick
the
Dead
name of it.
Reckoning. I picked Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
You can't read.
So
There we go.
I misread that. Nope. I misread that, and I was like, why would he pick that and not? So you picked Mission
Mhm.
Impossible. Here's my question: before I start the timer, why did you not pick the Knives Out 3 movie?
What do you mean? What? I mean, I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Oh, okay. So like I was really before we get into it. Did you like Dead Reckoning? Because
Oh, I
I
was
was
disappointed in Dead
not
Reckoning.
high on Dead Reckoning.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like,
Okay,
this is
okay.
like, eh.
We're on the same
Like
page.
it's not the worst movie ever, but like,
Okay.
it's okay. So for me, I picked Final Reckoning
Excuse
because
me.
we always say this. You start the timer. Okay, good. Okay,
Yep,
we
started
always
right
say
now.
this, but
Like Jackie Chan.
Tom Cruise wants to die on camera. He wants us to see it, and that's okay.
Yep,
That's cool. I'm not
yep.
judging you. That's how you get off. That's
I
fine.
support it.
Um,
I
but
support it.
that last movie, I didn't really feel like he was going to die in any of that stuff like I did in the other ones, man. Honestly, oh, okay.
Oh, I
The
did.
stunts, none of the stunts in the last one, I'm like, oh, this is really great. And I think,
Oh, the motorcycle one? Yeah, I was
I
like, yeah,
think the issue with that one is, and this is my fault. I think I watched too many behind the scenes videos talking about the motorcycle one. So when I finally saw it in the movie, it didn't do anything for me because I had seen so much behind the scenes stuff.
See, I'm the opposite. I don't watch it in the beginning. I watch it afterwards. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh
maybe
yeah,
I should have
that's
done
shit.
that. But yeah, for me, that kind of just threw me off. I didn't really have anything cool. But this, I'm excited because I think Mission Impossible has gotten better with age. After the first one, which I
Oh
really
yes,
liked,
definitely.
yeah, I thought that was
Brian De
really good.
Palma,
The second one was, I mean, it was John Woo, and it was weird.
John Woo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch your tone. Watch your tone
It
when you
was
start to
weird. I'm
speak on
sorry.
that. Go ahead.
Motorcycles flying
It
and
was.
rock climbing and birds and whatnot.
Yep. W.
Yeah,
Scott,
um,
Thandie Newton, Anthony
yeah.
Hopkins,
But three onward, there's like, oh, we found a rhythm. Let's figure this
J.J.
out.
Abrams took over.
And they
You're right.
started to realize what other people had realized is that there's a certain ridiculous and absurdity to Tom Cruise doing everything, and they've leaned into that more and more, and they've also added more and more comedic elements, which I think are really great. Having Simon Pegg in there, Benji being like comic relief with him, and just commenting on how absurd this stuff is great. Um, I'm just curious where this goes because we talked about AI, right? Um, it to me, the
Mhm.
AI seemed almost too powerful in part one, and I am curious how are they going to be able to
Mhm.
pull this all together because there are so many tantalizing ideas. I mean, spoilers for part seven or number seven, but we find that the key. Did somebody have no? The key is still in the ocean, right? Part of the key is in the
Part
ocean
of the
because the
key,
submarine.
the actual physical location of
Yeah,
the AI is in the ocean with part of the
yeah,
key, the other part of the key. You need to get one part, put them together,
right.
and then you can
But I like the idea of this being a culmination of all these different things. Like we see different parts from part.
oh,
Yeah, we saw
just saw
we
the
saw
key just
parts
now.
from part one in here. Kittredge is back. So yeah.
Mhm. Angela Bassett is back.
Hey,
Put
I
some
watch I
respect on
watch
her.
911. I'm all about Angela Bassett. Um, I do think it was dirty that we got rid of Rebecca Ferguson. We essentially replaced one hot lady for another hot lady. I think we could have had two hot ladies, but it's whatever.
I so I did go back and watch why she said she stopped being in Mission Impossible because she has Dune and Silo, and she's like, "I can't do all 3." And she's like, "I had to bow out." So I do under because I was
Oh,
with
so
you.
was
I
it?
was
Is it a
like,
situation where
if
she
I
has
have
to be
to
written out of it? Oh,
yes, so she could
okay.
not continue to do so I was like you, but she did an interview that I watched where she talked about why was she no longer in the films, and she was like, "You have no idea, but I m the roles that I've been offering and I'm up for, I cannot commit to this
Okay.
the way I would like to." And this provides another
Then I
opportunity
stand
for other
corrected.
people where the commitment to Silo, the commitment to Dune
Hmm.
as Lady Jessica, basically being a faith leader in the second one. Who knows what the hell she's gonna be in the third one? She and Silo has 2 more
Okay.
seasons
Well, then that's cool.
that they gotta do. It's Silo's
Then
season.
I stand corrected. I'm a little more lenient about that. Although she was awesome. I'm still
No, no, no.
wanting her to be in it.
I'm with
But
I'm with you that I still feel like she
yeah,
was done dirty.
uh,
Like, he should have saved her, but I understand
yeah.
the actress part of it, why she's no
But
longer in it.
I'm excited to see. And when they were filming both these movies pretty close back to back, I mean, they made mention of the behind the scenes stuff of maybe he did like a low altitude jump, or I think it's even higher than low altitude because he did that in Fallout. But like pretty close
He did a
to
halo jump in.
the Earth's atmosphere or something.
He did a halo
Yeah,
jump
I
in
think he went even
Fallout.
higher than that,
So
right?
this one
In
would
this one,
have
supposedly,
you can't. I don't know if you can. I'm not
scientists
saying he can't,
scientists.
but it wouldn't. It
Right,
wouldn't
right.
be
That's
called
what
a
I'm saying. I
halo
mean,
jump.
in terms of, I think he was just like higher up. But yeah, let's go. Mission Impossible 8, and that comes out May
So real
23rd.
quick before we move on, May 23rd. So the two. So we've both done. Are all of these day one, regardless of what's going on in your life, you're going to see
Well,
these in a
all of them
theater
except for Mission
opening weekend.
Impossible, because I might still be in Japan when that comes out. Unless they're
Okay.
maybe playing it on a plane or something, I can watch it. I don't know.
They may have their opening because sometimes they have
That's
an
true.
opening in another country. So you might be lucky and they do
Like
a
honestly,
worldwide
all of these the
release,
ones that I
and
picked, I
then
kind of want to see them in 4DX. So I might see this
okay.
in 4DX and see Thunderbolts in 4DX.
Oh, Tron is definitely a
Yeah.
fucking IMAX. Uh, that's definitely a uh yeah, that's definitely
All of that
all of
stuff.
that. Yeah, all of that shit. Oh, excuse me. So I try. So my last two picks are big budget. This one is a little. It's
Mhm.
not an indie film. It is a sequel, but it's something. It's if you watch the trailer, it looks nothing like the first two, in a sense. But it also. So I must just start the timer. I picked 28 Years Later. I am a Danny Boyle fan. I love the first one. I saw the first 28 Days Later in the theater. I saw 28 Years Later in the theater. Um, I love this franchise. I love Danny Boyle, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I
Sir,
don't
put
know
respect on
how
Craven the
I'm going
Hunter,
to
okay?
feel about.
Okay.
I said what I said. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. Here's the tagline. A group of survivors of the rage virus lives on a small island. When one group leaves the island on a mission into the mainland to discover secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the affected but other survivors. So, as we talk about 28 days later, was one of the movies that is credited with the fast moving zombies, like the remake of Dawn of the Dead with Zack Snyder and uh, we just talked about him directing Superman.
James Gunn?
James Gunn. A lot of people don't realize James Gunn helped write the remake of Dawn of the Dead. So the whole fast moving zombies, this genre of zombies, I'm interested to see what happens 28 years in the future as society is broken down. What happened to us
Mhm.
as a society? And I know I started off with hope.
Now this is not hope.
This ain't hope. I honestly probably should have swapped the two of these because as you watch my versions or my movies, they kind of
Mhm.
descended into madness, and I don't know what that says about me. But like I tried to get Katie to watch the trailer for this, and she was like, "Turn that shit off," and I was like,
Mhm.
"Message received." Uh, you've got Ralph Fiennes, Jodie Comer's in this. Um, Erin Kellyman, who, if you remember from Winter Falcon, she was one of the leader of the Flag Smashers. She's in this. It's Danny Boyle, man. Like
What else
I
has Danny
love Danny
Boyle done
Boyle.
for those
I,
who don't know?
I Danny Boyle did the first couple of um, Transpotting, 28 Days Later. um, Slumdog Millionaire,
Okay.
127 Hours. Now, here's the movie that I love that he's done that a lot of people don't. Sunshine. Go watch freaking Sunshine. I love Sunshine. You
Hmm.
talk about hope. That fucking movie has it. Um, that I like. That makes me believe we as a
Okay.
society will make it. But anyway, Alex Garland is the writer for this, so I just Alex Garland. If you want to know his credits, Ex Machina, Annihilation, Civil War. Yeah, he's that guy. So I'm really hoping this is going to be great. I I waffled back and forth between
Hmm.
Sinners and this, and I picked this because this is going to come out wrong, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This ain't
Hmm.
got us in it, and I right now I don't need to see that cut. I don't need to see more of us getting torn to shreds, if that makes any
Okay.
sense. Not in 2025 with everything going on. Let some other people deal with
Okay.
some violence. Like, I'm gonna see Sinners, but I got to be in the right frame of mind because I don't need to see black people in the 30s dealing with other bullshit that they got to deal with during that time period,
Hmm.
and then vampires. Like, really, we got to do both. So I was like, so that's why I picked this, and I'm a very big zombie Danny Boyle fan. So, 9 seconds left. When
June
does it come
20th.
out? June 20. Oh wait, shit. What am I doing June
I don't
20th?
know.
Got to put that
All
vacation
right.
time in. Yep. So that marks our movies,
Hmm.
television. You picked some interesting ones. Some I've never even one I never even heard
One you've
of.
never even heard
So
of. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
yeah. So
All right. You start this.
for me, it's easy. This one's easy for me. Uh, so I remember I talked about shows where you're like, why would I pay to see this? Kind of like movies, you have streaming services. Would I keep this monthly subscription? And this one was easy for me, and it pissed me to fuck off because I was not. I forgot that it was coming out this year. The Last of Us Part Two,
You forgot it was
Season
coming
Two.
out?
Man, I did until
Mm.
that trailer came out, and I'm telling you, the trailer was so good it made me go back and play Last of Us Part One and Part Two all over again. And I got to goddamn keep Max.
Yeah, I'm with you with this. I understand why you
Hold
would
on.
pick this, man. People know us from either this channel or last channel. No, I don't really do scary stuff a lot, especially with video games or movies, because I don't like the way that makes me feel. Having said that,
Mhm.
watch the
Oh, that shot. That looks exactly
I
like the
did
game.
watch the let's plays of these games. So because of that, I was kind of able to watch
Mhm.
the movie or watch the show because I knew it was going to happen. Um,
Sure.
and I think season one did a good job of telling part one of the game while also expanding on stuff that wasn't as deeply touched on. So I'm
Yes.
curious to see how they do that in this.
Yes.
And everybody in here is awesome.
Yes.
The girl who's playing, and I can't who's the muscle girl?
Uh,
Yes,
Abby
Caitlin Decker Dyer. I think she's
Dyer.
awesome. I really liked her.
Yeah.
Let me look
Dwyer.
her up because I'm saying her name wrong.
Hold on. I'm pulling up right now. She
Caitlin
plays
Dever.
Abby.
Yes, DEVER.
Dever.
Caitlin
Is that
Dever.
you? Oh yeah, you're
Uh,
right.
I
Caitlin
can't get
Dever.
her
Yeah.
name right, but I really like the actress. I think she was really good in Ticket to Paradise with Julia Roberts and George Clooney.
She was
Yeah,
good
she
in
was good in that.
Booksmart.
But I mean, she
She
was
was
also really
great in
good
Booksmart.
in
Yeah.
Justified. Yeah, she was
See, I
really
didn't
good in
watch
that. So I mean, I'm
Justified.
excited to see what she does in this show.
So I picked this because I think Last of Us is one of the greatest video games of all time. The show was probably the show was amazing. Like you touched on this before. The game, they followed the game very well for the first season, but they expanded upon when they go to the town and they meet Frank and Nick Offerman, and I'm trying to remember what the other guy's name was as the couple. Um, when they go to and they meet Henry and his brother and Kathleen Coughlin, played by Melanie Linsky. You may know her from Yellow Jackets, but I remember her as being the crazy girl who dated Charlie Sheen in Two and a Half Men. Um, the way they fleshed out certain areas, mm, brilliant. Craig Mazin from Chernobyl with
He'll
Neil
make another
Druckmann
appearance.
made so to me the Last of Us TV show proved that if you're going proved how you make a beloved video game into a television show. And I think it, along with Sonic, along with a couple of other ones, whether it's Fallout or I'll even say Twisted Metal, shows that these things can be elevated beyond just video games, expanding and building characters. And the reason why I brought this up is because I was resistant on our last channel. We talked about this. My wife is tired of hearing me talk about this. I stopped playing The Last of Us Part 2. And I'm not going to spoil what happens because there's a shift. And I couldn't get over it. But there's a channel called Girlfriend Reviews that did a very good breakdown of what revenge cost us. And it made me go back and play the game. And it is a violent game. It is a very intense game. But there's a part in it about forgiveness and redemption. And I'm interested to see how they build upon that in this show, how they navigate the two narratives. How does Ellie deal with Joel's betrayal? I'm interested in all that. And I bring this up because I was canceling HBO Max. I was like, fuck this. It's not worth it. And then they showed that trailer and I was like, shit, I'm back. Like, I literally was like, every time I think I'm out,
yeah,
they
exactly.
pull me back in. And so that's my show. That's my number one. Is it April? Comes back.
The Last of Us Part 2 comes back.
I want to say April. Up, timer. So yeah, that's my pick. So yeah, The Adventures of Joel and Ellie.
I can't type
Featuring
in Part 2
Abby.
because that'll give me the game and not the show. Last of Us Season 2. It does not just pop up. Oh, it says April 2025.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just April. Okay. So your TV shows were interesting, like because one I knew, one I didn't know about, and the other one I didn't think you watched it.
You didn't think I watched it?
So
what did you think I watched?
Yeah. So
I don't know because
which one.
I'm the one
So
that
let's
told
go.
you about it.
No.
Yeah. Because you're like, I'm not watching this shit,
No.
and then you ended up watching it in San Diego. Or no, you started watching it and then you started to watch it later. Yes.
Really? Okay. Just go.
I guess we'll go with
Just
that
go.
one.
So what do you
I was gonna go with the other one that had the
Okay.
Craig Mazin tie-in, but we'll go with this one. Suits
Okay.
LA.
So is that the show we started watching
Yes.
while we were in San Diego? Is that
Yes.
how I started watching it?
Yes.
And then I kept going. If you had not brought that up, I honestly, that's all a blur. Like I
Yeah.
remember it now as being in the hotel, but I forgot all
Hmm.
about that. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you.
Suits
But go
LA.
go. Sorry.
A spinoff
Or-
for the very successful Suits. And then the show spinoff that Pearson, right? I think was the spinoff for her.
Yeah, she so Gina Torres from the show moves into
Hmm.
Chicago. Wait, there's a trailer
Yes.
out? I did. So all I saw was the teaser. I did not
Yeah.
know there was a
In February,
trailer out.
Suits. So I'm really excited for this. Here's the thing. I may or may not watch this. I don't know. But I'm excited because Stephen Amell's in it. I love my boy Stephen Amell. Give me some more Oliver Queen. Give me some more Arrow. I thought he was great on that show. I really thought he was good in Heels, which was a show about wrestling and the drama behind that. And that show
Wrestlers.
got
Yeah.
canceled. That show really ended on a cliffhanger after season two. Like, man, this sucks. This will never get solved. But let him do more stuff. I think he's great in a bunch of stuff. I think he can do comedy. I think he can do action. And I think this is going to be just the right amount of pulpy and juicy and kind of like uh, dirty fun type show you're going to love. So yeah, Suits in LA. Okay.
Oh, as soon as this fucking video's over, I'm going to go watch this trailer. Um, so
Uh huh.
I so here's the thing. I did not know he was in Suits LA until I watched him
Hmm.
on a podcast with
Okay.
Michael Rosenbaum. And because Michael Rosenbaum
Hmm.
has this podcast, and they were talking about it. He kept talking about Suits, and I was like, "This motherfucker wasn't in Suits." And I was like, and I was like, "What are you talking about? Testing and auditioning?" It's like, "Motherfucker, you weren't in Suits." Like I just kept saying this in my head, not realizing he's talking about Suits LA, and I was like, "Boom,
Hmm.
mind blown." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so
Oh, I didn't
I'm.
realize Victoria Justice
It's
was
not
in
on my
it too.
list.
That's who that girl is. Okay.
It's not on my list,
Yeah.
but I respect it.
Yeah.
I
Let's
really
see what we're gonna
respect it.
do. Um,
Oh shit,
it's fine.
I
I'm
didn't
over
start
it,
the timer.
and we're less than
I
five
thought I
minutes, so
did.
it's fine. We
Yeah.
can move on.
Okay. I, but yeah, yep. This is a good pick. I did not know there was a trailer. I love Suits. Um, got Katie to start watching it. I
Hmm.
need to finish it. I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna come out wrong, but I don't care. I never want to meet a Madonna.
Y'all save that. That will come up in the court hearings for sure.
Because let me tell you,
That's a very beautiful woman.
if there's a Donna out there for you,
Yeah,
run
she's
the other way.
yeah,
Because good lord, whoo, she we should really do a review of Suits
interesting.
because like I not to go too much into it. I think Suits is underrated. I myself personally criminally underrated. I watched the first season. I didn't get in like I liked it, but something else happened. I moved on. But after we watched it in San Diego, I came back and I started watching the seasons, and I was like, oh my gosh, there are songs I like shazammed because of the way they made me feel during episodes. And Lewis, I felt for
Yeah,
that man.
yeah.
I felt like when I left our old employer, I felt
Okay,
like Lewis. Like that hit me
okay.
personally. So I really understand why people gravitate to the show. So bravo, good pick. Um, I will start a timer for me because I have no boundaries. Here we go. Which one? You
I
because you
got all
got
the
the trailer
trailers.
up, right? Let's go with the easy one.
Okay.
Alien Earth. So I'm an Alien fan. I'm a sucker for this. Um, I I love the Alien franchise. This is a prequel, as Michael is showing you the trailer right now.
So what? Give me the premise. What's going on?
So if you watch the whole teaser, a ship crash lands on Earth. It has a xenomorph on it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all we know. That's all we know. A ship crash lands on Earth. It has a xenomorph on it. Here's the tag. The synopsis. When a mysterious space vessel crash lands on Earth, a young woman and a ragtag group of tactical soldiers make a fateful discovery that puts them face to face with the planet's greatest threat. I have so many questions. How does this tie into Romulus, Covenant, Prometheus? How does the
Hmm.
whose ship is this? So many questions. Um, but I feel like we're in good hands with this because it's Noah Hawley.
Noah Hawley has done some really good stuff, especially for Hulu and FX.
So I don't know any of the people who's on this show. I know it's 8 episodes. I'm in. I'm hoping this is as good as Romulus was.
Hmm.
I loved Romulus. Saw it in theaters. I think I might have seen 5 or 6 movies in theaters last year. That was one of them, and I really enjoyed it. A lot of people criticized the CGI was a little off, and I'm like, I didn't give a shit. I was engrossed in the movie. I'm, you know me and you, I can do more horror than you, depending on the franchise.
Hmm.
This is my franchise. I want to see if they can pull off a weekly show, and I believe FX can because their pedigree is The Old Man, Class of '89, or no, is
Didn't
it
see it. Don't
'99?
know.
Oh, you didn't
Mm-mm.
watch the FBI show? Oh, criminal underrated. The Shield, The Bear, um, hell, Baskets, The Neighbors. Like FX has done a very good job. Archer. So if anybody could pull this off, they could. And I believe it comes out on Hulu day after it airs on FX. So, but this, I would get Hulu if I didn't already have it
Hmm.
for this show. That's how. That's how much I love the
Okay.
Alien franchise. So, give me more xenomorphs. Damn, nigga, do you see that? Let's go.
I don't. You're proud of yourself for not talking
This
forever?
is yes. Have
I
you met
mean,
me?
I'd say get your weight up. But okay. Let's see here. What are we gonna pick? We did that. Yeah, I am.
Just a hater.
All right. We'll go back to the Craig Mazin um tie in a little bit. Did you watch all
Okay.
of um or any of Mythic Quest? Really?
No, I watched
And
the
you're like
first
it
couple
wasn't for you?
episodes and then I fell off. No, I think I probably stopped paying for it,
Hmm.
but I pay for it now, like because I watch Silo and look, I'm ready to delete and stop paying for Max over Apple. That's how much I think Apple
Sure.
is better than
Okay.
Max.
Mythic Quest season 4. It starts when this airs, it will start tomorrow, Sunday. Yeah, season 4
Really?
starts. Um as we go to the end of this, it'll loop back around in a second. But for me, Mythic Quest has been a, a breath of fresh air. Um,
You've
I
championed this
have,
show from the
because
beginning.
when it was first announced and Rob McElhenney came out to a Ubisoft
Mhm.
press conference to talk about it, everybody was kind of like, whatever, this could be cool. It's fine. There was there was cautious optimism.
Her, I'm
Ashley
interested in it
Birch,
for the intern. The
uh,
intern.
she ain't an intern anymore. I don't think technically. Yeah,
Oh, really?
I mean, she's been promoted, but whatever, it's fine. But
Okay.
the show does a good job of talking about big issues within the gaming world, whether it's crunch or representation or streamers or trying to find a balance. But who?
QA,
Yeah,
QA.
or trying to find a balance between making a profit versus making artistic vision. It's a fun show. It's lighthearted, and everybody in it is really at the top of their game in terms of bringing laughter and joy to you. And every season gets a little bit wilder and wilder. It looks like now they're going in front of Congress, probably talking about their game. Um, but yeah, it comes out once a week, starts Sunday. I'm excited.
Okay. Um, I need to get back into this. This is part of the reason why I pay for HBO Apple Plus is because I this is one of the things. This is what HBO Max is ascribing to be is what
Hmm.
Apple Plus is. If you tell me a show was on Apple Plus, I automatically assume it's a quality program. And
I can see that.
if you tell me a show is on Max, I'm like, who's in it? It's almost like when I send you a text and I'm like, hey, such and such is happening, and you send me a text back, who's all over there?
Hmm.
That's Max.
Hmm.
Max, it's like, who's all over there? But if I say Apple Plus, oh, it's free drinks.
Okay. Oh
Now,
yeah. And the Craig Mazin tie-in was he was in a few episodes of Mythic
okay,
Quest. So yeah.
so I I I say this as someone who hasn't watched it, but who hasn't watched all of it, but who's watched some of it. I am. This is on my list to get to. Um, Apple Plus has a great pantheon of shows, whether it's Foundation, and to me, they have done a better job than any other streaming service, any other network when it comes to representation, when it comes to thought provoking shows, quality production. If you look at Presumed Innocent, Foundation, Silo, uh, and I'm just talking about the TV shows,
Hmm.
Ted Lasso, uh, Invasion, Dark Matter. They have leaned into science fiction, fantasy. They've leaned into the uncanny, amazing stories. They push the envelope of storytelling. So bravo, Mythic Quest, because I'm be honest with you, nobody else is greenlighting this show. Nobody else is putting the resources behind a video game show and this type of show other than Apple Plus. So yeah.
Okay.
Uh my turn?
Hmm.
Oh, what did I pick? What did I pick? To the tape.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, I figured you would remember this one. I
Oh
guess
yeah.
we talked about so much stuff. It's easy to be like,
No, no, I remember. I'm being dramatic. Daredevil, man. Like this isn't even hard. Like
yeah.
Daredevil Born Again.
I'm
Like
excited for this too. And I think when I was trying to figure out what I was going to pick when I wasn't going to pick, I was like, let me try to find some stuff that I may not automatically come to my mind. But yeah, Daredevil. I'm excited for this too. But I mean, this is your pick, so you tell us why.
so. This is my pick for a number of reasons. One, this is my pick because I love the character. I don't buy Daredevil monthly like I used to, but when I was getting back into comics after a long hiatus, I remember them telling me to get that this is the comic to read. Brian Bendis's Brian Michael Bendis's run. Um, this is when I got back into comics. Daredevil was the one that just excuse me every week or every month I was like, how can this man take more punishment?
Hmm.
And the Netflix show came out, and I still think Daredevil, the show itself was a little too long, but I still think it was the best out of all the Netflix shows. And we talked about the fact of Charlie Cox coming over to the MCU from Netflix, and and with the Vincent D'Onofrio, could Disney make this show? Would Disney lean into as graphic and as adult as Netflix was on Netflix? And to me, the trailer has answered the question, yes.
Hmm.
And can they capture the feeling of the Netflix show while also being true to the actual comics that we all loved? And they said, hold my beer, and brought Vincent D'Onofrio in and said, hey, we're going to make Kingpin the mayor of New York, just like in the comics.
Hmm.
And you're like, what? And my other question is, in 2025, can you pull off the Punisher? And we're going to see.
What do you mean? Can you pull off the
Because
Punisher?
do you know there's not an ongoing Punisher comic right now?
I did not know that.
Yeah. And so I say that for the comic fans. Marvel has shied away from Punisher recently. And you can chalk that up to people talking about the violence in comics, whatever, guns, whatever you want to say. I still think the Punisher is necessary to show what happens to a man who is pushed to the limit and what he will do. Same thing with Daredevil. I think that they are both necessary characters to tell a story about what people will do given power and pain.
Hmm.
How will they navigate the world? And how do they internalize or inflict that pain on others? Um, I think that's a very good story that they're going to tell. This show has been greenlit for 2 seasons. I'm interested to see how other characters filter into this show. Are we going to see Iron Fist? Are we going to see Luke Cage, Jessica Jones?
I
Are
hope
we going
so,
to,
man. I
are
hope
we
so.
going to get the Defenders back? Are we going to see other street level characters like Misty Knight? Will we see the Winter Soldiers? Are we going to see the Thunderbolts? I think this, like you talked about the Thunderbolts, to me, this says, is Marvel back television wise?
Hmm.
Because I waffled back and forth between Andor and this is my pick because this sets up the other television shows going forward.
Sure.
Because I think this is going to be the flagship show for Disney going forward when it comes to the MCU.
Okay. March 4th. Just over a month away at this point now.
Yep.
Um,
Oh,
uh,
less than 30 seconds to spare.
okay. Real proud of you, man. All right. My last one. The studio. What are your
I
questions?
go because I had no idea about this show.
Um, so the studio is, and let's see, get this thing pulled up. Do you remember the show? Well, I don't want to say if you remember the show. Did you watch the show, The Franchise,
I know about it,
on
but I didn't
HBO?
watch.
So the whole premise is the
They're
people are
filming the
making,
MCU.
yeah, essentially they're filming the MCU, and it's a satire about how Hollywood is so vain and everybody's whatever, and it's a comedy. It only lasted one season.
Yep.
The studio is kind of in the same vein of it's just this guy who's trying to keep a studio running. I think it was Continental Studios, um, and it's just like the lengths he has to go through to keep it running. I'm
Yeah.
excited about it because it's Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, um, and I think they do a lot of good stuff together. And I think it's going to be funny just to watch him kind of break down and try to keep stuff together. You see all the cameos that are popping up in here.
Yes.
Speaking of Captain America, there he is right there.
Yep.
It
There's
comes out,
Clarence,
yeah.
Catherine Hahn.
Um,
Yep.
where
Yeah,
was
you
it?
got my attention with this. Oh, and what I say, Apple Plus.
Yeah, March
You and
26th.
Wally, you and Apple Plus.
Yeah. Um, I think Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen do a great job in the things that they produce and pitch together. Uh, I didn't finish Preacher, but I enjoyed what I saw of Preacher. I just fell off because other stuff
Oh,
came out. But I enjoyed
first
Preacher a
season was
lot.
one of the best seasons of television.
Invincible, I really liked.
Kind of falls off a little bit. They truncated the show, but
Mhm.
first season, perfect.
Yeah,
One of the best
Invincible, I really
seasons.
liked. Um, the newest Ninja Turtles movie, I really liked. Again, all stuff that they had their hands in.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what this is. And I kind of like. I mean, he came on the scene as being a
That was
funny
Paul
guy.
Dano, right?
Yeah, he came on the scene as being a funny guy, Seth Rogen, but he can do drama and stuff
Oh
as
yeah.
well. So I want to see what he can do.
Yeah, I'm interested in this.
Yeah,
You got my attention.
and I think it has a better chance of succeeding because, like we said, it is on Apple TV. Apple TV does puts the money behind the resources and stuff. And I think,
They let you tell the whole season.
yeah. So yeah, the studio.
Yeah. So I didn't watch the franchise. I wanted to.
You still can.
I mean, I still can, but I saw it
I
on.
didn't finish it either, so I don't know if it ends on a cliffhanger or not.
I was very interested in it because of the meta, and I looked online and I saw a lot of the traffic, and a lot of people who worked in the industry really liked it because they were like, "This is very accurate to what we deal with."
Hmm.
So I do want to watch eventually the franchise, but this I had heard about this, but I never clicked on it. I never like followed up. I was like, oh, he's doing something new. Okay, I'll check it out
Hmm.
whenever. And so I had no idea there was a trailer. I'm interested in this. I love everybody involved, so I'm good.
Hmm.
Um, so guys, we finished with a whole minute 30 seconds left to spare. Uh, that's what we're excited about for 2025 movies and television. There's a lot of things that we did not put on the list. Um, like I said, there's a Knives Out sequel comes out this year. Stranger Things final season drops this year. Jurassic Park. Uh, a lot of different things, but these were the things. Sinners. These are the things that we're excited about that we're giving our stamp of approval on. Hit us up in the comments, like, comment, and subscribe. What are you excited for in 2025? What are you going to spend your hard-earned money to see in the whether it's the theater or streaming service? You're like, I'm keeping this because I want to see this
Hmm.
on my couch. Real quick, Michael, what got you through the week? Because you kind of had a hard week.
Um, I'm still going through and playing the hard mode of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth now. Because at this point, I kind of want to get the platinum trophy because I only have maybe 2 or 3 trophies left to do, and I'm like, at this point, yeah, let's just go ahead and do it.
Okay.
So I'll do that, and then, like I said, we're doing party night right now. Is why we're not doing this live, but also the Royal Rumble is tonight, so I'm excited to watch that. Um, and I've really been enjoying Raw on Netflix. They really stepped up the production value. It's been really good. So yeah, that's what's got me
And
through
it's
the week.
hard
What
to
about you?
step up the production value when you are the pinnacle.
Yeah,
Because
indeed.
you've heard me say this, and you have texted me when you're watching. You're like, you need to be checking this out. I've always said the NFL and WWE are the pinnacle of live production.
Hmm.
No one does it better than them. So,
So what got you through the week?
Horizon Zero Dawn, The Forbidden West.
Okay.
Uh, I just finished. We talked about The Last of Us. I finished The Last of Us 1 and 2, and I'm I'm pretty much going through Sony's greatest hits because I think after this I'm going to do God of War. I'm either going to do God of War or oh yeah, I have it right here, or Star Wars Outlaws. I haven't decided which one. Probably let you guys pick, but yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, and me and Katie started watching Paradise.
Wait, Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon Forbidden West?
Whatever, we're playing Aloy.
Cool. All right, we're playing the Halo game. Fantastic.
Yeah, and we started watching Paradise. We finished presumed innocent. Woo, mind fuck. Uh, and very good show. Very Jake Gyllenhaal, very good performance. Ruth Nega, bravo, bravo. Um, but yeah, we started watching Paradise. Sterling K. Brown, James Marsden, Juliet Nichols, Sarah Shahi. I like it.
Hmm.
Uh, the name makes sense now that I've watched the first episode.
Okay,
Uh, we're gonna by the time you watch this, we'll have watched the third one or the
got it.
fourth one. I can't remember which one is out, but I'm in. Um, so we have not watched the news as much. We've given ourselves 20 minutes of like news consumption, and it was like, okay, turn it off. The world's on fire. These are the last days. We have ammunition, food. We're stocking up. So no, we're trying to be happy. So
Hmm.
for all those people out there, you do the same. Find the things that make you happy. Find your joy. Like for Michael, it's Final Fantasy. For me, it's a redhead who's fighting mechanical dinosaurs, and my son watches and is like, "That's an ankylosaurus." Nobody, that's a rollerback.
Fantastic. On that note, folks, we'll be back next week. See you later. Peace.
Deuces. Yippee ki yay, motherfuckers.